Hello everyone, welcome to the Ahdurin region. I'm your host, Ahdurin himself, and we're at that last statement. You know, that last statement that was just said last time on the last episode. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, well then, I would recommend going down in the description below and checking out episode 1 if you have no idea what the series is, or the playlist if you want to see all of the episodes or pick up where you left off. Why do I sound like an announcer every time I do that? I'm not sure, but I do that anyway. Anyway, last time, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Last time, Lotta Hart was about to basically, Lotta Hart and Von Karma over here were about to get Edgeworth convicted of murder. But Maya sacrificed herself for the cause by getting in contempt of court, and so now she has been arrested again. Way to go, Maya. Anyway, so she's bought this time. We've got one statement basically to make it count. So, let's do this. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Alright. Are we allowed to press on this? Well, what about the other man? I don't expect to be allowed to blitheringly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh. Did I forget something from the last episode? I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Aw, shucks. I think that's the first penalty I've had this entire game so far. That's disappointing. Damn. That's it? Oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. What will Maya say? Well, that was not the thing to do. Actually, back up. Can I go to the next one? That's it. Oh, no. Alright, so time to go present. We have to present something. I saw clear as day the man on that boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Is there something that we have that can prove it was not clear as day that it was Edgeworth? The photo, definitely. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I think it has to be the photo. That's the only thing that would potentially... Because when you look at this photo here, you can't tell who anyone is. So I'm going to present this. Gotcha. Gotcha, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Okay, no. I have... Don't ask me to sing. Anyway, the photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photograph. It's quite visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, right? That good old 2001 film, or whatever this year was. Even it could not capture the faces of the men on that boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet, now, she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself, now. Miss Hart? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said that I could and I meant that I could. Then, please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Alright, so we've extended the case a little bit more. How Edgeworth was seen, let's talk. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in my car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. Wait a minute. You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. There's something bothering me with that myself, but I don't remember what it was. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So? How could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a cow where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Oh, Judge, are you coming at me? Are you coming at me just because I'm a defense attorney? Just because I sit here and defend the public? You're gonna come at me for not getting a girl? Time out. First of all, you threw away Maya. Like, I'm not saying that she's my girl or anything, but like, I'm just saying. Okay. Nobody loves me. Tragedy. Insert the so you feel like you're doing fine, but you're not doing fine. GIF, meme, whatever that was. So when I finished setting my camera, got back in the car. Hold up. Your camera. Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Mrs. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. Camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. This guy has to be a god-tier lawyer. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, actually, now that I think about it, that voice was more of an Edgeworth voice than a Phoenix voice. Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. Know this. If you find nothing within this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yep. Remember, the rule of thumb is if you can press further, you press further. Until that is broken, which it hasn't been so far. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Maybe a little bit overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. Alright. Kind of impressive for this. Miss Hart. The previous... Oh, I forgot what the previous line was, because I think it's a new line. Something like the camera was set up to shoot the meteor shower or something. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of a challenged intellect. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth? No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that lake, I looked with my binoculars. Is that... I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. So, camera said to take pictures of meteor showers. Okay, so I think it has to be the new line. So take pictures of a meteor shower, right? So we might as well present the camera here. Yeah, because okay, so the camera, according to the description I have here, is set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected and faces the lake. Why would it face the lake if you're doing meteor showers? Because meteor showers are typically, you know, up in the air. So let's You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ugh. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Well, I have to figure it out. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Well, my guess is Gordy, because that's the only other thing that you would photograph at the lake. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Cord Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Well, I have proof. And I think I know what it is too. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. No joking around this time, please.
Since when have I joked around?
Here is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster.
Go back to the camera. Because it's, detect a loud noise. Gordy, obviously, when it gets up, splash around a bit. Yep. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's how you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers this smart? So smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? What? That don't change what I saw. Does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! What has she so succinctly said? So what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. I'm going to spot it. Time to do some thingy things. Lada's new testimony, here we go. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But I told him I was hiding. I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. When Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
That would be a first. Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There is no problem with this testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Here goes. Sorry about this. I don't know why I'm yawning. Anyway, you're not a research attorney. Let's press on everything. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-faultin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer. Yep. Get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the air. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO. Oh boy. What's a UFO, isn't it? That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career, though. Yeah, I'm with you there, Phoenix. Imagine what Scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! I even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news Rumor of the Month show qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you could win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Got things to do.
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a friend at the university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. That was a very vague way of doing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate Shadow was trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to the case. She was about to tell me everything. Whatever you say, Von Karma, you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It's a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Scoozy? There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. Shoot her bang. She thought Gordy was out there? What kind of shit she'd waste any time looking at a boat? What? What'd I do now? What'd you give me that look for? Ignore the fact that there's a plane apparently landing right outside my dorm. Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. I saw a flash near one of the men's hands. I heard another gunshot. Hold up. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Are we going back to the beginning? Yeah, we're going back to the beginning. Alright, so... the big thing that Phoenix was pointing out was, I think, this one. So what would be here? There wasn't much to look at, so I watched the boat the entire time. He mentioned that, why would you look at the boat if you're looking for Gordy? Yeah, why would you look at the boat if you're looking for Gordy? So if I was there looking for a monster, I would probably be scanning all over looking for a giant thing and not really look at the boat. So that's my guess. Let's present that. He's objecting, that's a good sign. Music stopped, that's equally a good sign. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But, you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need the binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
So, sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. What?
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
Still, we can't see who it is who's shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photograph. She said it'll drop the quality of might, but it shouldn't tell who's who. She enlarged the photograph. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photograph shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do?
Make her show it. What do you mean wait and see what happens?
Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? But because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place.
Get him, Lotta. Get him.
Yo, fool. Roasted. Old gray hair looking. Anyway.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. Oh, come on, here we go.
We still can't see who is firing in this shot. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. Little good it's done any of us.
Why, of course, did she not show it?
I suppose this means the cross-examination is over, obviously. And I would like to close the cross-examination of Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, really bad. What should I do?
What should I do? Well, I suppose we can figure that out next time. That's right, we're gonna call it on a cliffhanger because I feel like being a jerk. So, next time we're gonna figure out what we should do. Should we object to the enlargement? Should we show more evidence? Or should we wait and see what's going on? I can tell you what, I sure as heck am not waiting. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the Ahdurin region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.
Mr. Wright, why are you staring there saying this is bad, really bad, what should I do, and not saying anything?